football fans, Pioneer Varsity Football is live and on the air. We are live at Hollway Field, where it is the first home game for your Pioneer Varsity football team. They have been on the road the first 2 weeks. They started off on August 26th over at Anchor Bay. Anchor Bay able to pull off a 42-7 win, but Pioneer not skunked, able to get up on the board, but they did fall there. And then last week they were over at Bedford, a very tough, hard-running team, the Bedford Mules, and Pioneer fell 30-6 to Bedford, but again, not being shut out, being able to put some points up on the board. Pioneer overall is 436 wins, 220 losses, and 6 ties for a .663 winning average. This season, they have 13 points for and 72 points against. So that's negative 59 on the points, so something Pioneer's going to try and do their best to try and help that number coming up today. Now, they have played Huron 53 times. This is by far the most that they've played anyone. The next closest is Ypsilanti. They've played Ypsilanti 40 times. And this is known as the Ted Husel Bowl. So let's pull up a little bit of information here on Ted Husel. So Ted Husel was born in 1920, and he pioneered the talk radio format. He was on the air playing music, and there was a presidential election coming up, and there was a survey out, and he opened up the phone lines in what is presumably the first instance of talk radio. Ted Husel pioneered that. He had 55-year career at in radio, in talk radio, at WOIA, as well as WPAG and WHAM, WAAM. Ted Husel also served on the Ann Arbor School Board from 1968 to 1974. He was president 1 year, otherwise he served on the board. And the reason that this game is called the Ted Husel Bowl is because he was the first person to suggest that Huron and Pioneer play each other every year, and that was something that was not something the rest of the board members wanted at the time. He was able to talk them into it, and now we celebrate Ted, Mr. Ann Arbor, as he was called by many. We celebrate him every year by renewing this fantastic crosstown rivalry and playing the Ted Husel Bowl. Ted passed away from us in 2007. A couple interesting facts about Ted Husel, and then we'll take a look at Huron. But Ted Husel, born in 1920, as we said, he broadcasts in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He was actually, in his influential years in the community, he served on the school board, as we said, and some of what he did, not only starting this game between Pioneer and Huron, he also helped create Ann Arbor's alternative high schools, including Community and Roberto Clemente, among his many other accomplishments. As I said, Ted was the first to suggest that Ann Arbor, Huron, and Pioneer schools play each other for a season-ending clash on the gridiron. The school board was against it, saying that problems would ensue, but Ted persevered and finally got the board to agree with him, following the now famous game. A few years ago, the Ann Arbor Public Schools District honored Ted by naming the game after him, the Ted Husel Bowl. So you can find a lot more information about Ted Husel out there. Is a local wiki that has a lot of fantastic information about him, including talks about a 1987 article in the Ann Arbor Observer where he talks about starting talk radio and how he led it to that. So something very, very interesting, Mr. Husel, and we appreciate his what he has done for the community and for radio and for Ann Arbor. Let's talk briefly about the next 5 games for Pioneer. The next 5 upcoming games, obviously, they play Huron today. They, on September 16th, are out at Skyline. That will be a 7 p.m. game that Friday. September 23rd, they are home hosting Dexter. On September 30th, they are home hosting Saline, so 2 home weeks in a row. All of these games at 7 p.m. on Friday. And then getting into October, they will be over at Ypsilanti Lincoln. That will be a 7 p.m. game, October 27th. So that, by the way, that was John Heisel, not Husel, forgive me, as that is our upcoming schedule there. Let us now talk a little bit about the rivalry and how it's gone. So Pioneer played Huron 53 times. They have 41 wins, 12 losses. That's a 774 win percentage. Pioneer had a 16-game winning streak from 2003 to 2019, but Coach Antoine Mack has gotten Huron playing, improving every single year, and they have won the last 2 years in a row. Huron would love to try and get another win and start to try and chip away at that imbalance between the two teams. Pioneer wants to get back on the winning ways. Taking a look at Huron, they're coming in with 2 losses. They played over at the Big House and played Lapeer. That was a 32-2 loss versus Lapeer over at the Big House. Then they hosted Saline last week. That was on September 2nd, and that was a tough-fought game between 2 SEC red opponents, and that was a 35-24 loss to Saline, but Huron did give them a good contest. Huron overall is 205 wins, 288 losses, and 2 draws for a 0.416 winning percentage. This season, they have a total points for of 26.4 and 67 points against. That makes them negative 41. They have made the playoffs the last 2 years, making the playoffs last year and losing to Belleville 14-10 on that first opportunity in the playoffs there last year. So excellent. They are. We have the band playing, and now the national anthem. Fantastic rendition of the national anthem by the Pioneer Marching Band. Always fantastic to see the band out there. They are exceedingly highly skilled, and we appreciate having that energy and the wonderful music provided by them. As they are pulling things over. Now this game Pioneer comes racing out onto the field. Now this game is in memory of Alex Walker, who passed away earlier this past spring, so we will have a moment of silence and some information about Alex Walker. And hopefully a picture of him just got put up on the screen. That would be the picture that they've actually made as a poster and put into the locker rooms. As the marching band comes off the field. A great crowd already here. Lots of Huron folks across the way. The student section filling up right in front of us to the left. Lots of good parents here. Everybody excited about this wonderful first home game of the season. And absolutely ready to go for the Ted Heisel Bowl rivalry between these two great teams. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight as we kick off our home field, we celebrate the life of our very own number 85, Alex Walker. As we continue to celebrate Alex's memory beyond tonight, let us be consistently reminded of Alex's happy spirit. To have known Alex was to be in the presence of pure love and joy. When training for football, basketball, or track at Pioneer, Alex and his dad would always say, to be great, you have to put in great work. This is the intensity and passion Alex brought to Pioneer. Alex may not be here with us tonight, but his Pioneer spirit will forever be present at Hollway Field. Together with Alex's family, friends, teammates, and coaches, please join us in a moment of silence for a moment of remembrance. Now the moment of silence. And thank you, the moment of silence. We all miss Alex Walker greatly. And our thoughts and prayers with his family losing such a brilliant young man so early. As Eve, the athletic director, comes over and talks to his family. So fantastic poster they put up just to keep Alex Walker in all of the players' minds today up in the locker room. So both teams 0-2 on the season, looking for a big bounce back win. Now all the pundits out there have picked Huron, but this is a rivalry game, and Pioneer has their eyes square in front of them. It doesn't matter what the history says. It doesn't matter how far you go back. All that matters is the team on the field in front of you. So taking a look at the coaching staff for Huron, it is Antoine Mack, the head coach. Assistant coaches Charles Hall, Ray John Jackson Williams, Josh Williams, House Johnson, Waleed Samaha, Lamanzar Williams, Jamonte Love, Stanley Devante, Marquise Johnson, Daryl Goodman, and Ted Baldwin. Over for Pioneer, it is new head coach Kelvin Griggs in his first season at Pioneer, assisted by Carl Embry, Steve Simpson, Chad Reed, Marvin Robinson, and of course, Miss Patty. We can't forget about her. Pioneer to kick off as the ball set. As Jang gets the ball set on the kicking tee. Back deep for Huron. On the far side, that looks like that's Donnell Green. And on the near side, that is going to be Jamel Thomas. Jang gets that back ball right up on the 40 as we are getting ready to go. As thankfully you can't get a false start on the kickoff. There they go as they spread out. 5 to his left, 5 to the right. Jang comes up, puts his right foot into it. End over end kick coming up to get it. Darnell Green coming down the far numbers. Now he cuts towards the center of the field. Finds some room up the center. He's down to the 35 to the 40, the 45 to 50. Still chasing down to the 40, the 30. He has room. The 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, excuse me. That was 12, not 2. So that was Flowers who took it from the far side and ran it all the way back. Kickoff for a return. That makes it 6-0. Huron as Flowers caught it on the far side and started to angle up the far side, and then he cut it back to the center and found room and then turned on the jets, and the Pioneer defense could not quite touch him. Now the University of Michigan committee, the person who's committed to University of Michigan, there we go, Samaha in to kick the extra point as Krishnan, one of the backup quarterbacks, back to hold. So in the blink of an eye, 6-0 with the extra point pending. The kick is the snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0. Huron has yet to run an offensive play, and they're already up by a touchdown. Pioneer, if they weren't focused before, they now have their job squarely cut out in front of them. As now Huron will kick it away from the 40. These Flowers with a lot of speed out there. Both groups gathered together now. Pioneer heads out onto the field. As Javante Holmes goes to the far side, back deep. Farha back deep to the near side. I believe Samaha handles kickoff duties as well, as he does come out for the River Rats. Samaha gets it set right between the hash marks. Gets the kicking tee down. 11 minutes, 48 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Huron. Returning the opening kick. Samaha gets the ball, gets it set between the hash marks. 5 players to his left, 5 players to his right. Samaha gets all the way back to the 31-yard line. Now he walks over to the far hash marks. As Samaha kicks it away. Spinning end over end kick. That's into the end zone. He started off the sling game with a big touchback. So that will bring out the Pioneer offense onto the field, already down a touchdown. As Pioneer gathers over, the Huron defense comes out. As Bruce Williams, as well as James, and let's see, that would be Adam Meredith, I believe, are going to be the 3 down linemen for Huron. We'll do our best to call out each of the different areas. Taking a look at the linebackers out there. Easley out there as a linebacker. Hayward, as well as Edmondson. Edmondson also a basketball player with the very successful Huron basketball team. Wong now in shotgun formation. 1 receiver out to the left. That's Wellman. 3 receivers to the right. As Jennings is in the backfield. Delay a game for Pioneer. So they start off with a 1st and 15. Again, 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Shotgun formation. Jennings to Wong's right. He calls out signals. Now Farha splits over to wide side. Now handing off. Jennings taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss. That'll be back to the 12-yard line. Edmondson on the tackle for Huron. That is going to bring up 2nd and 18 for Pioneer. As Wong Steps to the line, calling out signals. Again, one receiver to the left. Three receivers, two stacked to the right-hand side. Jennings remains the back to the backfield. Now he motions out to the left-hand side. Throw, but that is going to be a whistle, and I believe Jennings went in motion, and I believe he has to get set. Offsides called. So Kennedy called for the outsides. That is going to buy Pioneer back 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 14 for Pioneer. They'll certainly take the 5 yards. Brabs split out wide to the left. Bonenberger inside of him to the left. Wide to the right is Farha. Wong walking down the line, calling out signals. Now Bonasso is to his right. And motion on the near side, as that is going to be a false start for Pioneer, I believe. Indeed it is, as one of the receivers took off early. It's a tough position. As a receiver, you're far enough away where you probably can't hear the cadence very well. So always want to look in at the ball and just go when it's snapped. But, again, two receivers to the left, one split out wide to the right. Tight end tight to the line of scrimmage on the right-hand side. Wong. Letting everyone know the play now. Steps back. Again, Bonasso to his right. 3 down linemen as Hayward looks like he might blitz off the near side. Handoff. Pitched over to the far side. Bonasso has some room as he will get out. And they will mark him right at the 17-yard line. That brings up 3rd down, gain of 5. That will make it 3rd and 14. I'm going to say 3rd and 13. First big 3rd down opportunity for Pioneer as Bonenberger split out wide to the left. Two receivers wide to the right. Farha the widest among them. Again, Bonasso to the right of Wong. Two linebackers tight to the line of scrimmage on the near side, showing blitz. One safety back about 15 yards. Everyone else tight to the line of scrimmage. Pioneer has run so far on each of their possessions. Now man in motion going left to right. And a whistle and a delay of game. It is going to back Pioneer up 5 yards, so that wipes out Bonasso's run. Now Brabs comes over, 3 receivers. So one receiver split out wide to the left, that's Wellman. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Brabs the tightest in among them. The widest is Bonenberger, Farha between them. As Wong takes it, rolling to his right. Pressure coming, Wong throws it out. That caught by Brabs. Brabs trying to tiptoe and stay in bounds, but his momentum takes him out right about the 16-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 for Brabs. That will bring up 4th and 15. Brabs back to punt. Back deep is Flowers, who ran back the opening kickoff. So a very dangerous punt returner. Brabs takes the low snap, kicks it up high, end over end kick. As that hits right at the 38-yard line, takes a Pioneer bounce. That'll be marked down by Bonenberger right at the 45-yard line. And that is where Huron will take over 7-0. Huron has the lead, and they start off over in Pioneer territory. And we are very, very grateful for you joining us and watching when you can't be here. CTN will actually have a broadcast as well. They have cameras across the way, and Kevin Bryant on the call, as well as I believe Nicholas as well with him on color commentary. They do a fantastic job. That is not live. but that will be tomorrow morning they will be out there. So if you want to see the game from a different perspective, maybe have a different play-by-play, you can certainly watch the CTN Ann Arbor feed. Harding alone in the backfield. Harding runs up and encounters some pressure right at the 45-yard line, and now taken down by a host of Pioneer tacklers as Harding took it in shotgun formation and tried to weave and pick his way up the middle, but Pioneer did an excellent job filling the gaps. Taking a look at that, Brabs on the line as well as Rohrer. And trying to see, I believe that's taken down. Here comes Harding. Harding throws it down the near side and, just through the hands as trying to get it to Woods, who had speed down the near side. And Woods had the coverage beat, but that went just out of his reach. Huron after and there is a flag down right at center field. That looks like it may well be holding on Huron, as it looks like they're going to back them up. We'll see the flag right at the 50-yard line. As we take a look at the official, as he's getting the final word. Trying to see what the call is going to be. Holding against Huron. So they will replay second down. And it's going to back them all the way back. Looks like they're going to set them right at the 40-yard line. So penalty takes Huron back on their own side of the 50. And then the other, it's Houston McCoy, the other down lineman for Pioneer. Back in the backfield quickly, Pioneer, but trying to weave his way forward. The ball carrier, as I believe that was Crosley, who got right back into the backfield. As that was a run by Harding. They will mark him right up to the 46-yard line. As that is going to bring up 3rd and 19. As it's torn screen in the backfield with Harding. Then to the Harding's right, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right for Harding. Blitz coming up the middle. Harding rolling to his right, now trying to avoid pressure. Harding throws it, and it is caught somehow, as that is grabbed all the way down by Pitts. As Harding was going down, he had 2 Pioneer tacklers on top of him and was able to just flip it out and get it out to Pitts, who gets it down for a first down. Pioneer thought they had the big sack, but Harding somehow pulls magic out of his hat. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Pioneers 35-yard line. Harding in shotgun formation. Harding hands off and tackled. That will be a 1-yard gain out to the 32-yard line, as that was torn screen on the carry. That brings up 2nd and 8. 6:59 left to go here in the first quarter. Huron up 7-0. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Harding takes it, rolling to his right. Harding points. There's a flag in the backfield as that pass off the fingertips, as he was trying to get it all the way out to Torrance Green, who had gone down, but there's a flag. It looks like holding on Huron. So we have the great Mr. Karsh watching the game out there, and we appreciate it. He has done a fantastic job on his first couple games. I am just full-heartedly impressed with the new voice of Michigan football, and we are very grateful with all he does. Oh, that is awesome, and his girl is the kicker. That is wonderful. I remember Friedenberg, the last Pioneer women's kicker, did an amazing job, so we are excited about that. So, wonderful. Thank you. Ball back. Harding takes it, throws over to the right-hand side off the fingertips of Torrance Green. As that brings up 3rd and 19. 6:39. Left to go. That ball right at the 48-yard line. Two receivers. Now 3 receivers to the left. Widest among them is Hayward. 1 receiver to the right. Shotgun formation. Harding comes up to the line. Calling out signals. Now backs up. He has Torrance Green to his right. Pioneer 3 down linebackers. Linebackers back 5 yards. Pressure coming by Brabs. Harding rolls out to the left-hand side. Brabs has him and takes him down. Ocean Brabs with a sack. Bonasso was right there as well and taken down at the 45-yard line. Pioneers defense comes up big and makes a big stop on Huron, keeping it 7-0. Huron with the lead, but Pioneers defense came up big. Beautiful, beautiful day out here at Hollway Field. 79 degrees out. Blue skies, nary a cloud in the sky. Back to kick is Samaha. All the way back deep is Farha, standing right about his 15-yard line, 16-yard line. Samaha from the 31-yard line. High spiraling kick. Farha has it. Farha cuts to his right-hand side. Farha out to the 25, out to the 30. Farha down to the 40. Farha still inbounds, trying to get to 50 before he's taken down. And it was Samaha with the initial tackle for Huron. So Samaha, the kicker, having to come over to make the tackle. Fantastic run by Farha out to the 47-yard line. So Pioneer will take over. Fantastic return. Great defensive stand. It's trying to take a look at the DBs for Huron as they have out there Woods and Hayward out to the near side. Safety all the way back. That is Torrance Green playing safety. 1 receiver out to the left, that is Wellman. 2 to the right, shotgun formation for Wong. It's Jennings to his left. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Pioneer, Wong has the play. Kellen Wong calling for the snap. Huron showing blitz off the far side, and the linebackers creeping up towards line of scrimmage. In the middle, Pioneer, there is no play clock, so it's hard to tell. You can still get to delay a game. So Pioneer having to hurry now as the play clock is kept on the field by the officials. Quick throw by Wong. He gets it to Bonenberger down to the 45-yard line before he's run out of bounds. Bonenberger with the catch as it was rough on the tackle, pushing him out of bounds on the far side for Huron. 5:29 left to go here in the first quarter. Huron up 7-0, but Pioneer has the ball on the Huron side of the field. 1st and 10. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 wide to the right. Blitz showing from the near side from the Huron defense. Wong looking over to the sideline, and now there's a flag. And false start is the call on Pioneer. So that will back them up 5 yards. They'll be right at the 49-yard line. Two receivers to the left, Bonenberger and Wellman. 2 receivers to the right. And hand off to Jennings. Jennings trying the right-hand side and easily blows the play up racing in as he was able to get past the line of scrimmage, and he met Jennings in the backfield. Jennings had absolutely no chance to react to that. That takes it down to the 49-yard line of Pioneer. As that will bring up 2nd and 15. I think that's actually going to be 2nd 17 out there. One receiver split out wide to the left. Tight end, tight line of scrimmage on the right-hand side. Two receivers wide to the right. It's Bonenberger and Farhat to the right. Wellman to the left. Jennings remains the back in pistol or in shotgun formation. Timeout called. As timeout Pioneer. That at 4:35. Well, let's play a little bit of push on. Try and get you fired up, Pioneer fired up, and everybody fired up for a big 2nd and 17. .435 left to go here in the first quarter. As 2nd and 17. Wellman wide to the left. 3 receivers wide to the right. Wong. In shotgun formation. Jennings to his right, and that is going to be a flag. Taking a look at the official flag right at the line of scrimmage. Thrown by the lineman. So false start backs Pioneer up 5. One receiver to the left, 3 to the right, shotgun formation. 2nd and 22 for Pioneer. Wong back, pressure coming, and the ball is loose. Trying to dive, it's picked up, racing down the field is Huron in to score. I believe that's Jamil Thomas. Is that number 6? I believe it was, as it would be Jamil Thomas on the touchdown for Huron, as it was a sack and fumble by Pioneer, as Wong had no chance. He had about 3 players meet him in the backfield. The ball came loose, and Jamil Thomas able to grab that. Samaha back to kick the extra point. So 2 scores so far by Huron, 1 on special teams, 1 on defense. Again, Krishnan takes the snap to kick up, but a penalty, as the officials are going to possibly have a rotator cuff injury with all the flags. So offsides on Pioneer. They will probably believe they can take that on the kickoff. Although I don't think the whistle blew before the kick was away, so they can't just call it good. Question is, if it's half the distance, will Huron decide to go for 2? Looks like they brought in a new ball. Offsides Pioneer, it's declined. Almost looked like maybe they didn't have a proper kicking ball in there. So again, they're set up. Krishnan has his knee down at the 11-yard line for a nice 21-yard extra point for Samaha, who will be playing across the street in 1 year. Snap is down, the kick is up, pressure coming, but it is good. That makes it 14-0 Huron. Pioneer had pressure coming. That was Crosley coming from the far side, but Samaha able to kick it away. 4:25 left to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 Huron with the lead. Pioneers offense will have another opportunity here as they actually got it over on the Huron side of the field before having a number of penalties and then a sack that moved them all the way back and a scoop and score. Ball set right at the 40-yard line as Samaha comes out to kick it away back deep for Pioneer. I believe that is Javante Holmes on the far side, Farha on the near side. Samaha gets it just shaded to the near side between the hash marks, maybe about a third of the way in from the near hash marks. Samaha back up to the 31-yard line. Of course, you can watch this game live or on demand. You can also find it on our website, just the audio only. If you're going out to pick up groceries or something, you can listen to us without any danger in your car. Here comes the kick from Samaha. Left-footed kicker kicks it away. High end over end kick. And that is into the end zone for his second touchback. As a fantastic young gentleman goes out to get the kicking tee and runs over to the far side. So 4:25 left to go here in the first. 14-0 is the lead for Huron. Pioneer has it, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Brabs wide to the left-hand side. Two receivers wide to the right. Tight end just behind the line of scrimmage to the left. Bonenberger in motion, handoff coming up the middle, as that will go for a yard to the 21-yard line. That was Jennings on the run. That makes it 2nd and 9. Clock counts under 4 minutes to go. Two receivers stacked to the left, one just inside them, so 3 receivers to the left. That's a throw out, grabbed by Farha. Farha switches directions, going from the far side, trying to cut to the near side, trying to find room. Farha trying to get back out to the 20, spins, avoids a tackle. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but a flag thrown back behind Farha. So Farha started off with a pitch on the end around going to the far side, stopped as pressure was coming. He switched directions, came all the way from the far side back to the near side, got back to the original line of scrimmage, and there is contact to the head by Huron. That should be a 15-yard penalty. Abernathy on the tackle. So that should be a 15-yard flag for contact to the head. That will take it all the way out to the 36-yard line. Pioneer will have 1st and 10 from the 36. Down 14-0 here with 3:34 left to go in the first quarter. Wellman looks like he's going to be split out wide to the left. To the right, all the way wide to the right is Burkhart. In the slot to the right is Brabs. 2 backs in the backfield, so Max protects shotgun for Wong. Wong takes it, looking to his left, looking to his right, throws it to Jennings, and it's good that that was dropped because Jennings back behind the line of scrimmage, the contact came immediately when the ball came, and Jennings, not expecting that, couldn't quite hang on to it. But again, that probably saves them a few yards, as that contact was deep in the backfield. 2nd and 10 for Pioneer. Wellman split out wide to the left. Bonenberger, or no, that's Jennings in the slot to the left. 3 receivers wide to the right. Empty backfield with just Long back there. Now he motions Jennings into the backfield with him in shotgun formation. Hand off to Jennings. Jennings up the middle. Jennings out to the 40. He spills forward to the 43-yard line. And they'll mark it just between the 43 and 44-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 2 as they mark it right at the 44-yard line now. So Pioneer with a good gain puts them in 3rd and very manageable. Now 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jennings back in shotgun formation with Long to his right. Blitz looks like it's showing from the near side. Jennings completely snowed under, coming right up the middle, as that was Bruce Williams on the tackle for Huron, as he just went right over, I believe, between the center and the guard. And that's going to make it 4th and 6. Pioneer keeping the offense on the field. 1 receiver wide to left, 1 in the slot to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Again, Huron showing blitz. Wong now splits out wide as they're substituting players late, as they quickly substituted to punt formation. As Brabs takes it, Brabs kicks it, almost blocked. That very high in the air, that will go out right about the 50-yard line. As it was a quick motion trying to kick it away. They were hoping to catch Huron unaware, but because the pressure was coming in, I don't think Brabs could get everything on that, as he did a really good job just to get it away and not have it blocked. 1st and 10 for Huron. They have the ball as they get that set right at the 44-yard line for Huron. Harding in shotgun formation. He has 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. That's Hayward, the lone receiver to the left. Shotgun formation with Torrance Green to his left. Pressure coming off the near side. Harding takes it. He's popped to us, but he delivers it over to Hayward. Hayward avoids a tackle, racing for the end zone, trying to get him Bonenberger, but there's a touchdown by the Huron offense, as it was a blitz by Pioneer, and they were able to tackle Harding, but not before. For the 2nd time in this game, Harding released it right as he was being hit. This time not quite as deep in the grasp as the first time, but he found Hayward. Hayward made 2 people miss, and now it is 20-0 Huron. They have now scored both special teams, defense, and offense in all 3 phases of the game. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And back to kick is Samaha. He has been perfect so far. Krishnan, the holder. The snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. Pioneer had good penetration, but Samaha gets it away. That makes it 21-0. So 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 21-0. Huron with the lead. Pioneer so look to make something happen on offense. Pioneer gets set up. Wide to the far side is Javante Holmes. To the near side is Farha. Huron comes out. Huron in their white uniforms. They have the white tops, the white pants. Numbers in green on the front and on the back. They have their black helmets with a Huron logo on the sides. Pioneer in their all purple jerseys with white numbers on the front and back, white stripes on the side. Samaha set up back at the 31-yard line. Samaha races into it, kicks it away. Low line drive kick, but that goes right into the end zone as Javante Holmes wisely waves everybody off. That will be a touchback. Pioneer first and 10 from the 20-yard line. You know, Pioneer would love to cut into this lead, maybe stop the bleeding and get things going a little bit the other direction. Lights already on here at Hollway Field. And sun right back behind us. Shadows all the way across the field now, reaching into the visitors' stands. Wellman split out wide to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Bonenberger, the widest among them. Farha inside of him and Brabs inside of him. Shotgun formation. Jennings to left, hand off to Jennings. Jennings trying to go right up the middle. He'll spill forward right about to the 21, 22-yard line. There's a couple people down there on that tackle. I believe that was indeed, yes, Alex Meredith getting the tackle, number 50, right in the center. Offensive line for Pioneer, you have Williams, far left. Just inside of him. Sorry, trying to see Rohrer is all the way over to the far right. Inside of Rohrer out there is 51 that I don't have. That snap over to Wong. Wong looks to his left. Wong spilled out to the left. Now he's running as he'll get out to the 27-yard line, trying to sneak up the middle. As that'll make it third and manageable. As again, they've had good results running on second down. That will bring up 3rd and 2. Pioneer has it at their own 28-yard line. Well, if nothing else, Pioneer would like to get a couple first downs to give their defense a rest, as it was Wong alone in the backfield, but a timeout called. We'll take it. End of the first quarter, excuse me. So let's step away. Let's talk about, we do have a couple sponsors who have banners down on the front for Pioneer football. That includes the Fleetwood Diner, Blue Lion Fitness, as well as Community Car Wash of Ann Arbor, all proud supporters of Pioneer Varsity football. Well, 21-0 here at the end of the first quarter. Let's take a message from the MHSAA.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run.
You know, we'll get back to that as it looks like getting ready to start. Wonderful job by the Pioneer marching band in the stands. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. As Wong alone in the backfield as he is hit. As Wong is down. As he got tackled right when the ball got there. There is a flag in the backfield. But the Huron defense able to get through the line and get right to Wong before it was just literally a snap and wink to turn to throw. And the defense was right on top of him. We'll see exactly what this flag is about. Trying to find the official. There they are, pointing over at the Huron sideline. As roughing the passer, the call. That will be a first down. Second 15-yard penalty for Huron. That gives Pioneer another first down as they will move that ball out. First and 10. They'll get that set right at the 43-yard line. One receiver to left, three to the right. Bonasso is to Wong's left. Snap, Wong looks to the left-hand side, throws all the way out to the left, trying to get Wellman, and just out of Wellman's reach. He couldn't quite get to it, streaking down the near side. Torrance Green raced over to try and make an interception for Huron, but the ball falls safely to the turf. That brings up second and 10 for Pioneer. It's the first shot we've seen them take down the field. Hopefully that can loosen up some of this heavy rush that Huron is bringing. Wellman again split out wide to the left. Farha wide to the right. Brabs in the slot to the right. Max protect as two backs in the backfield in shotgun formation with Wong. Now moving Brabs from the right to the left as Wong trying to run gets taken down. He will lose a yard back to the 42-yard line. It looked like it was possibly maybe a bit of an option as Brabs was kind of following him, trailing him, coming to the near side, and Wong maybe had an option to pitch. I'm not sure how that play was designed, but Wong trying to get up the middle, and again, good play by the defensive line of the River Rats. Huron staying with three down linemen, but linebackers tight to the line of scrimmage on the left and right-hand side. Wong takes it, looking to his right, now spills out to the left-hand side. Wong gets a block. Wong running as he'll get out. They'll mark him right at the 50-yard line. Oh, now they'll make it back at the 49-yard line. So that will bring up 3rd and 4 for Pioneer, at least according to the down marker. Now they mark it 4th. So the chain gang didn't have it right. Now it's 4th down. 4th and 5. Pioneer's offense stays on the field. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. One in the slot to the right, and nope, that's a punt as Brabs gets his foot into it as that spills all the way back and just trickles into the end zone for a touchback. Great punt by Brabs, but Pioneer just couldn't get a gunner back there to cover that up. That will be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Huron. Huron has the lead 21-0 here in the Ted Heisel Bowl. Battle annually between Pioneer and Huron. Huron has won the last 2 years in a row. Pioneer had won 16 before that. Huron trying to put together a nice big run of wins. Pioneer would love to get a big stop here. Both teams looking for their first win of the season and a very important SEC Red win, as both teams are 0-1 in the SEC, 0-2 overall. As the as the Pioneer student section trying to get their defense fired up. Again, Brabs, Rohr, and Houston McCoy, I believe, on that line. Throw out quickly to the left. That's caught by Hugon. Hugon takes it and gets past, missing a tackle. There's a flag down there. Hugon will get it right out to the 24-yard line. That will be a gain of 4, but it all depends on the flag. Bonasso on the tackle. And the official pointing back at Huron. We'll see holding Huron. That'll back him up 10 yards. So spot foul. We'll see where they mark it, but they're going back inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 14-yard line. So that will be 1st and 20 for Huron. So right at the 9-yard line, handoff, cutting up. There's a run as that was all the way out. I believe that's Doral Green. on the run, as they will get out. The ball marked right to the 19, or excuse me, that's the 16-yard line. 2nd and 14. As Harding rolling to his right, pressure coming. Harding throws down the near sideline. That's caught again by Hugon. Hugon taken out just shy of the marker, but a flag, as there was maybe some extracurricular once the tackle was made on the sideline. It was tackled into the Pioneer bench. So a flag flew there. That would be 3rd and 1, as no penalty. The penalty waived off. Well, the Pioneer coaching staff did a good job of grabbing their players and trying to move everyone away from the action. So 2nd and 1. The official's still talking things over. No, they're now moving things back. Okay, here comes the call. The official held up his hand, now turns back to get confirmation from the line judge. As personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Huron, that backs them up 15 yards, as they will have it right at the 14, just shy of the 15-yard line. So that will make it 2nd and 17. Pistol formation for Harding. As Torrance Green fakes the handoff to Torrance Green, throws it. As that's caught, coming up the middle, making a move to the near side is Woods. Woods spills out past the 45-yard line. They're going to mark Woods right to the 46-yard line. First down for Huron, as they get a big chunk and have the first down right after a 15-yard penalty. So the unsportsmanlike conduct does not hurt Huron, as they have a big play right after that. 3 receives to the left, 1 to the right for Huron. Pioneer 3-down lineman blitz off the near side. Harding throws out. That caught and trying to stay on his feet. Still running, racing down to the 10, the 5, and touchdown, as that was Flowers, who ran back the opening kick as it was thrown, and he almost went down, but somehow athletically stayed on his feet and was able to run all the way down for a touchdown. So after a 15-yard penalty, 2 plays after that, they go all the way 84 yards for the touchdown. That makes it 27-0 Huron. Krishnan set to take the snap. Extra point pending. Samaha back for the kick. The snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. Samaha stays perfect. 28-0. Huron with the lead. And after the rivalry had been, before the last 2 years, fairly one-sided Pioneers way, you're probably not going to get a lot of Huron taking their foot off the gas. As after 2 losses, they want to get their entire team working to perfection. Pioneer wants to try and claw back at this. They've had some very, very good defensive moments, and then there's been a couple times where receivers have been able to shake free, and there's been a couple really big plays by Huron, and again, they've scored in all 3 phases of the game. Pioneer, again, in the second quarter, going from right to left. As Farha wide to the far side. Back deep to the nearest side is Javante Holmes. Samaha has it set about a third of the way in from the near hash mark. Gets himself back to the 31-yard line. Samaha. And moves over on the near hash mark. 9:49 left to go here. Samaha boots it end over end kick as that will bounce right into the end zone. Pioneer will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line with 9 minutes 49 seconds left to go before halftime. They're down 28-0 here at Hollway Field. First home game of the season for Pioneer. Again, fantastic crowd here. Both schools have brought a lot of fans for this rivalry. Big student sections on both sides. As Jennings is going to be in the backfield. Wong hollering out at his receivers, giving instructions as 3 receivers wide to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Widest to the left is Wellman. Shotgun formation, blitz showing up the middle for Huron. As Wong trying to cut up the middle. Wong is taken down right at the line of scrimmage as he went up the middle, went to try and cut to the left as he saw some room, but quickly taken down. James on the tackle for Huron. Wellman now the lone receiver to the left. 2 receivers to the right, tight end, tight to line of scrimmage on the right-hand side. Shotgun formation. As quick pitch to Jennings. Jennings taking it down the far side. Jennings spills forward. He gets a yard as he'll take that out to the 21-yard line, but that will bring up 3rd and 9 for Pioneer. The clock counts underneath 9 minutes left to go here before halftime. Pioneer would at least love to get a couple first downs to give their defense a bit of a breather. Also to start just making some positive things happen, trying to chip away and build some confidence. Again, Wellman, lone receiver wide to the left, 3 receivers to the right. As Huron showing blitz from the near side as well as up the middle. They have a couple linebackers creeping up. Now Wong looking over to the sideline. Jennings to his right. Now Wong hollers out. And timeout called for Pioneer. 8:23 left to go here. Before halftime, Pioneer calls a timeout. Let's take a quick message, see if we can't play that message from the MHSA we tried to earlier. You're watching Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Harbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
8 minutes, 23 seconds left to go here before halftime. 3rd and 9 for Pioneer. They are down 28-0 to Huron. They are on their own 21-yard line. Now Wong alone in the backfield. He has 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. And again, 3 down linemen as Huron was trying to move some DBs over, and I believe they took a timeout. So how about a little push on to get you fired up? Again, we want to thank the sponsors of Pioneer Football. That includes the Fleetwood Diner, Blue Mountain Fitness, as well as the Community Auto Wash of Ann Arbor out on South Industrial. 3rd and 9 for Pioneer, 8:23 left to go before halftime. Pioneer on their own 31-yard line. Again, Wong alone in the backfield. That's going to be a false start, as Pioneer had a receiver jump on the near side. That's going to back him up. Yep, false start. That's going to back him up 5 yards. That'll be 3rd and 14 for Pioneer. That's not going to make it any easier for Pioneer, as they keep the same play, it looks like. 2 receivers to the left. But now they're moving things around, as Farha and Wellman tight to line scrimmage to the left-hand side. 1 receiver wide to the left. Jennings splits out to the left. Here comes Wong, as there's a back in the backfield. That's caught. Racing ahead. Here comes Jennings. Jennings trying to avoid, and he's tackled. There is a flag down as well, right at the 15-yard line, as Wellman was trying to get a block, and Jennings trying to get around him, and another tackler came in. Let's see if we can find. It might have been a hold in the backfield on Pioneer. That is going to be an illegal block in the back on Pioneer. That is declined. That will bring up 4th and 14 for Pioneer, as they'll have to punt it away. Brabs heads back into the backfield. 1 gunner far to the right, 2 to the left. Brabs gets the snap. Again, pressure coming. Brabs, low kick, bounces right to 50. Huron lets it go all the way back to 35, 30. Still taking a beautiful bounce. Great boot by Brabs back to the 27-yard line. So Huron will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. They'll say 28-yard line. 8 minutes, 1 second left to go before halftime. Huron up 28-0 here in the first half. And now it'll be up to Pioneer's defense to try and get a stop and get some momentum going for Pioneer. To imagine Huron is going to continue attacking. Harding in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right. 2 wide to the right. No, one wide to the right. They have Donald Green in the backfield with Harding. Harding takes it. Harding looking to the right. That was tipped, but grabbed by Donald Green. Donald Green takes it. Gets it past the 30, out to the 35, before he's taken down right at the 37-yard line. There is a flag. And they'll actually mark it, the lineman marks it right at the 39-yard line. The flag was thrown just before the tackle. The flag, they are going to, looks like they, Craig on the tackle, as it looks like they picked up the flag. But then if they did that, the line of scrimmage, now they're moving it, okay. Just took a second. It's easy to confuse me. So they'll have it right at the 39-yard line. That will be first. Yep, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Harding with the back in the backfield to his left. Harding takes it, as that's Donald Green in the backfield. Harding taken down. Brabs has it. That up in the air. Grabbed somehow by Donald Green. Donald Green wrestled down by Brabs. So Brabs made 2 tackles on that play as Brabs tackled Harding. But again, Harding has been throwing it. Well, he's being tackled, and he's 3 for 3 on that play. But then that was caught by Donald Green, and Brabs made the tackle on that one. That's going to be a loss. That'll bring up 2nd and 13. Ball back to the 37-yard line. Good play by the Pioneer defense. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Donnell Green, the deep back in pistol formation. Harding Takes it, Pioneer 3 down lineman showing blitz on the near side as Donald Green running forward gets out to the 45-yard line, still trying to spin out of a tackle as he'll get out to the 48-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 1 for Huron. 6:26 left to go here before halftime. 28-0, Huron with the lead. Pioneer trying to make a big 3rd down stop here. They keep 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation, hand off to Donnell Green. Donnell Green has the 1st down, spills forward for a bit more, right over the blockades as they're going to mark him down to the 47-yard line of Pioneer before getting pushed back. So that will be a 1st down for Huron. As looking over to get the play is Harding. Taking a look at Pioneer, your DBs, Craig on the near side. Over on the far side, that's Al-Kakani. Back deep, Bonenberger and Farha. And taken, handoff, fake handoff to Torrance Green as the throw is out there to Woods. Woods with the 1st down, trying to get more as he's down to the Pioneer 37-yard line. That's right at the 1st down marker. So Woods with the catch. I believe it's going to be a 1st down, but there is a flag down on the near sideline, right around the original line of scrimmage. The officials talking things over. Now that's going to be a false start. False start or illegal procedure over on Huron. It's probably an illegal procedure since they didn't blow it dead at the snap. That's going to take a big gain and move them back 5 yards. So that should wipe out the original gain. Now they walk things back. Again, 5-yard illegal procedure. As that is going to bring them back on the Huron side of the 50, right at the 48-yard line. Pitts is wide to the right. So that's going to make it still 1st down. That's taken now. Handoff as Torrance Green coming to the near side. Tries a stiff arm, but he is taken down as Houseman with a big tackle. Cleaned up right behind him by Craig, but Houseman with the original contact. That is going to be down at the 49-yard line. That will be, let's see, 2nd and 14. 3 receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right. Shotgun formation for Harding as there is a flag. It looks like maybe a false start, but we'll see. Yep, false start. They'll back him up 5 more. That will be 2nd and 19. I feel as though a few of these officials have gotten almost as many throws as the quarterbacks in at this point. They're getting a heavy workout. 3 receivers split off to the left, 1 to the right. As I believe that's Pitts, widest to the right. Pistol formation for Harding. Torrance Green back behind him, handoff. Nope, fake handoff. Now Harding coming to the near side, makes a man miss out to the 50, down to the 41, 42-yard line is Harding as he calls his own number. They'll mark him down to the 41-yard line. Bonenberger with the tackle. That will be 3rd and 5 for Huron, so big opportunity for the Pioneer defense to try and get off the field. I think that's McLuey, wide is to the left. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Pistol formation. Hand off. Trying to cut to the near side is Donald Green, as he'll have the first down by a yard down to the 36-yard line. So Huron makes it 1st and 10 from the 36. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left to go before halftime, 28-0. Huron with the lead. They stick with the three receivers to the left, one to the right. Three down linemen for Pioneers. Shotgun formation for Harding. Pressure spilling forward by Rohr. That is Houston McCoy. Houston McCoy running. Now Harding spills out to the near side, running down, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage before ending up in the Pioneer bench. Flag on the play, as that is going to be against Huron. That is a personal foul. So that's going to back them up a good chunk of change, 15-yard penalty. That ball will be put back at the 49-yard line of Pioneer. Oh, they keep on going back. And then I swear another penalty on top of it takes him back. And I was trying to find that might be an illegal blindside block. Timeout called by Huron, as now the ball is at their own 36-yard line. So it is 1st and a country mile for Huron. Let's step away, play a message from the MHSAA. You're watching Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
1st and 39 for Huron. As if you do want to reach out to the broadcast, we have a hard time checking our email, but we try and do it when we can at breaks. It's arborbroadcasting@gmail.com. arborbroadcasting@gmail.com. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left to go here in the first half. 28-0, Huron with the lead, but they do have a 1st and 39 from their own 36-yard line after what appeared to be a pair of 15-yard penalties backed them up, and they went from close to a first down all the way back to a 1st and 39. They stick with three receivers to the left, one to the right. As Harding in pistol formation. Harding hands it off to Donnell Green. Donnell Green taken down as the initial tackle. I believe Hausman was on there, as well as Burghardt getting a piece of that tackle. That's out to the 41-yard line. That brings up 2nd down and 34. They stick with the three receivers to the left, one to the right. Shotgun formation now, Donald Green to Harding's right. Pioneer has their linebackers back 5 yards. DB's playing off the line of scrimmage. Coming back, Harding throws it all the way down the field, trying to get it and just off the fingertips, trying to get it over to Flowers. Flowers has run a back the opening kick for a touchdown, and Flowers has a reception for a touchdown. So number 12 is a very, very dangerous receiver with a lot of speed, and he had to step on the defense, but he got a hand on it and just couldn't bring in that ball. That brings up 3rd and 34 from the 41-yard line. I don't believe we've seen Huron punt as of yet today. Pioneer hoping to get a big stop. They now have a tight formation. 2 receivers stacked to the left, 2 receivers stacked to the right. Shotgun formation, man in motion from the right-hand side going to left. Harding spills out to the left-hand side. Pressure coming. Brab's coming from the backside. That thrown out. And was that a catch? It was indeed a catch, as that was out. Pitts with the catch. That is going to bring them all the way out to the 48-yard line, but that is going to bring up 4th and 24. Looks like punt formation now for the River Rats. First time they've had to do that. Farha back, standing right around his 16-yard line. As Samaha standing back in the backfield for the River Rats. Samaha takes it, kicks it away. Actually, I believe this is the second punt as that hits, spills forward, and that is going to go out as a touchback. Oh, no, are they going to mark it at the 1-yard line? .228 left to go as the ball was bouncing towards that far corner, and Pioneer let it go because they thought it was going to bounce out, and I think it's going to be right at the 1-yard line, maybe the 2-yard line. They'll mark it at the 2, so 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line. Beautiful old-school coffin corner punt by Samaha. Gorgeous orange moon right up above the trees across the way. Gorgeous night. Pioneer, beautiful weather, but they don't enjoy the score too much. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go. 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. Pioneer, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Huron has brought pressure all game long, and they have a few linebackers looking to blitz up the middle. Edmondson among them. As Wong takes it, backing up, pressure coming. Wong throws it as that is caught out for about a yard to Farha, maybe half a yard. That will bring up 2nd and 9. As the clock continues to count down, 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. They're going to mark it basically at the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Good job by Wong to get it out and not get sacked in the end zone, as Huron is going to continue to blitz and bring pressure. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right now. Shotgun formation as Wong quickly rolls to his left, throws down the middle as that is incomplete. Right in the flats. That will bring up 3rd and 8. 1 minute, 49 seconds left to go before halftime. Incomplete pass stops the clock. You know, Pioneer would love to get a little bit of room here as Brabs, who goes out and grabs the ball, he really doesn't want to be standing in his end zone to punt it away. Huron has come close to blocking it a couple times as they brought heavy pressure. 3rd and 9. 1 receiver wide to the left-hand side. Nope, 2 to the left. Wellman and Farha. 1 wide to the right. I believe that's Bonenberger. Shotgun formation as Wong takes it. Pressure coming. That is going to be a safety, as that's going to be holding in the end zone. As there was a flag in the end zone, and I think that is going to end up being, the pass fell incomplete, but I think that's going to end up being a safety. Depending on where they marked it. Holding in the end zone. See, safety. That's going to be 2 points, and that'll make it 30. As that will make it 30-0. Huron with the lead. As it was a holding call in the end zone for a safety. So Pioneer will kick it away. Huron gets the 2 points, making it 30-0, and they will kick it away to Huron. So Pioneer trying to avoid a safety with a rolling long out, but getting caught for a hold in the end zone. As the pressure has been absolutely immense from the Huron line, and they have blitzed and really, really been in the backfield all game long in the Pioneer backfield. Wong and the running backs have had to run for their life back there. As Brabs will throw the tee over to the sideline, he is going to drop kick this away as it's a free kick. You can either use the the little kicking tee, or you can drop kick it away. As that ball, everyone lining up at the 20-yard line for Pioneer. Huron back into the 30. Back deep for Huron. I believe that is the ever dangerous Flowers on the near side, and on the far side is Hugon. So Brabs will try the drop kick. And Pioneer would love to just get this thing to halftime without any more damage done. As here comes the free kick from Brabs, as spiraling, beautiful kick all the way back. Flowers, it's back behind him. Flowers grabs it again. Flowers, ever dangerous, coming up the 30, and he avoids a tackle up to the 40, down to the 40, out to the 50-yard line. There is a flag, though, back around the 40-yard line that they threw up, so we'll see what the flag is. Otherwise, it will be a run back by Flowers out to the 50-yard line. So again, Flowers is the one that ran back the opening kick. So if you're wearing purple, you need to know where number 12 is at all times on that field. We're hoping for a holding or a block in the back or something of that nature if you're a Pioneer fan. Just open the other way. Block in the back on Huron, so that will bring it back. That was the signal he made, but he still has the flag on the field. He's asking where I believe it happened, because that is a spot foul. So that's not from the 50. That's going to be back 5 yards. If they had it from the 41-yard line, that would back it up to the 38-yard line. Nope, now he did holding. First down, Huron. So initial signal block in the back, but they changed it to a holding. They'll mark it right at the 32-yard line. So Huron will have it first and 10 from the 32-yard line. 1 minute, 34 seconds left to go. Before halftime, 30-0. Huron with the lead, with a kickoff for a touchdown, a defensive scoop and score for a touchdown, a couple offensive touchdowns, and then a safety is where we're at. Now Pioneer has been able to score a touchdown both the last 2 games. They'd love to get something to happen here, but first of all, they want to keep Huron off the board before halftime strikes. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Harding in shotgun formation, takes it. Harding throws out to the left-hand side. That's caught by Hugon. Hugon gets out to the 40-yard line, still on his feet, out to the 40, spills forward to the 47-yard line before he's tackled. That'll be a first down. Burghardt with the tackle for Pioneer, but not before the first down, right at the 47-yard line. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Harding rolls to the right, throws out to the right, as that is tipped away. It was a ball for Hugon, but Craig got his hand in the way and tipped it, and then diving Bonenberger tried to intercept it and just couldn't come up with it there. That will bring up 2nd and 10. 1 minute, 16 seconds left to go. 1 receiver wide to the left. Looks like they have a tight end to the left-hand side, maybe. Wide to left. By the way, that's Pitts wide to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Now Hugon goes out to the left as well, so they'll have 3 changing things around. Hugon down to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Shotgun formation. Takes it back, Harding, but there's a whistle. Flag on the play. False start will back them up 5 yards. That will make it 2nd and 15. That should put them right at their own 48-yard line. Again, this game is also being broadcast by CTN, although it's not live for CTN. They will have it tomorrow morning. So we appreciate you watching our coverage. If you want another look at it, especially I guess at this point if you're a Huron fan, you can watch CTN's broadcast. Again, 4 receivers, 1 to the left, 3 to the right, triangle formation to the right, shotgun formation for Harding. Harding takes it back, rolling to the right-hand side, pressure coming as Brab's trying to get to him. Now Bonenberger comes, that's thrown out, and just off the fingertips of Wood. Wood also had a touchdown, as just couldn't bring that one in. That will bring up 3rd and 15 for the River Rats. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go. If Pioneer can get a big stop here, they could have a little bit of time to try and make something happen, but you assume if they're pinned back deep, you wouldn't want to make anything worse happen, but we'll see what happens. First and foremost, they have a 3rd and 15 they have to stop as Huron looks to pick up the first down. Huron stays with 1 receiver to the left. That is Pitts, 3 to the right. Widest out there is Flowers. Shotgun formation for Harding. Pioneer showing blitz on the near side. Snap is low. Harding trying to, and he just falls on it. That will bring up 4th down as they will lose 2 more yards. That will bring up 4th and 17 as the snap low for Harding, and he didn't want to take a chance. He just fell on it, lest Pioneer have a defensive score. That is going to bring in Samaha. Last time Samaha was out, he kicked it all the way down to the 2-yard line on a beautiful punt. Pioneer hoping for a much better return this time. Farha back deep. As if I had a camera, beautiful big moon right up above Farha on that far side. Just a gorgeous night out here at Hollway Field. Save maybe the scoreboard if you're wearing purple right now. Samaha standing right at his own 15-yard line, waits and kicks it away. That's a spiraling kick, bounces. Farha moves everybody out of the way. That comes inside the 15, continuing to roll down inside the 10. That'll be down to the 9-yard line as 5 seconds left to go. As Pioneer, you would assume, would just take a knee and get to halftime here. Try and see if they can make some adjustments to stop some of this big play opportunity that Huron has shown. Bonenberger goes wide. Let's see, to the left. Wide to the left is Wellman. Bonenberger wide to the right. Brab's in the slot to the right. Max protect as you have Bonasso as well as Farha in the back in shotgun formation. There's a knee, and that will do it for the first half. No, was there a that is going to be a penalty on Huron. That looked like offsides called. So that'll be a penalty, stopping it right at 3 seconds. So Pioneer will have to kneel it again. Unfortunately, that snap penalty at the snap, you can't decline that. There it is, and Pioneer will get out into the locker room and talk things over. So at the end of the first half, it is 30-0. Huron with the lead as Pioneer goes out into the locker room. The Pioneer marching band will take the field as they're lined up around the home bench. We're going to step away, play a few messages from the MHSAA. Then I'll see if I can pull up MLive's top 50 and go through a few scores there. You are watching Pioneer Men's, or Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
So let's give you some scores from last week. Let's start with the SEC. SEC competition opened last week. We know about Pioneer and Bedford. We talked about Saline being Huron 35-24. It was Dexter 59 to Skyline 8. Monroe beat Lincoln by a score of 28-21. So that means it is Bedford, Dexter, Monroe, and Saline all at 1-0. At the top of the SEC Red. Doesn't look like at this point any of the white division has played until this week. Lots of action going on. Not only are Pioneer and Huron tangling, Skyline is hosting Monroe, Saline hosting Lincoln, Bedford hosting Dexter. That will be a heck of a game. Pinckney hosting Tecumseh, Ypsilanti visits Adrian, and Chelsea over at Jackson. That should be a fantastic game as well. Taking a look at from M Live, Eric Ingalls put out how the top 50 fared over for the M Live top 50. Let's go over the top 25 and how they did. As soon as all of a sudden I've lost the standings. Well, we'll do the top 20. So at number 20 was Standish Sterling. They beat Ithaca 31-27. They're visiting Bullock this week. Number 19 River Rouge did not play. They will host Harper Woods Chandler Park this week. Number 18 is Grand Rapids West Catholic. They beat Ferndale last week 43-0. They will visit Spring Lake this week. Muskegon is number 17. They lost to De La Salle 49-16. They will host Reith Puffer today. Chelsea beat Angola of Indiana 22-20. We talked about them visiting Jackson today. Number 15, Livonia Franklin. They beat Wayne Memorial 50-6. They are hosting Dearborn this week. Number 14 is Chippewa Valley. They beat Lands Creek 42-7. They will host Utica Eisenhower. Number 13 is Rockford. They beat Mona Shores 31-27. They will visit Holland West Ottawa in this week 3. Number 12 is DeWitt. DeWitt beat Portland last week 39-34. They are at Detroit Catholic Central today. Number 11, Dexter. We talked about that. They beat Skyline 59-8. So Dexter, the number 11 team in the M Live at this point. They will visit Temperance Bedford today. Number 10 is Traverse City Central. They lost to Lapeer 58-42. They will visit Davison today. Number 9 is Detroit Martin Luther King. They did not play last week. They are hosting Munford today. Saline is all the way up to number 8 now, having beaten a quality, obviously, Huron team 35-24 last week. We talked about they are hosting Ypsilanti Lincoln just down the road today. Macomb, Dakota beat Utica 42-0. They're number 7. They are at New Baltimore Anchor Bay today. That was the team that Pioneer played their first week. Number 6 is Muskegon Mona Shores. They lost to Rockford 31-27 last week. They will host Holland today. Number 5 is West Bloomfield. They beat Harper Woods 33-14. They will visit Rochester Hills Stony Creek. Number 4 is Grand Rapids Catholic Central. They beat Detroit Loyola 41-6 this past week. They will host Cedar Springs today. Number 3, Warren De La Salle. They beat Muskegon 49-16 last week. They will host Detroit, University of Detroit Jesuit this week. Number 2 last week was Rochester Adams. They beat Rochester 34-18. They will play host to Clarkston this week. And number 1, Belleville beat Dearborn. They should probably stay on top. 49-22. They will host Livonia Churchill this week. Again, that was the M Live. They had the top 50. If you just go and search M Live top 50, that written by Eric Ingalls. We appreciate that. Always a great place. We have some high quality places to go check out for local sports, both M Live and We Love Ann Arbor. Fantastic places I turn to often. Fantastic performance by the Pioneer Marching Band. Thrilled all the wonderful fans here. Let us step away for a few moments and play a bit of music. We have about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. I'll see if I can get some scores out there, see if anyone's tweeted out some scores around the league. You are watching Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. take a look and see if we can find some halftime scores here. Greg Whitcliffe, MLive reporter, does a fantastic job of tweeting them out. Taking a look, Grosse Ile has the 29-22 lead over Milan at halftime. Chelsea is scoreless over at Jackson, 0-0 at halftime in a defensive battle. Chelsea Athletics tweets out that they got inside the 10-yard line, but an interception ended the threat. Taking a look and seeing if I can find any other. Let's see, Milan had the early 14-7 lead. At the end of one, it was Bedford 0, Dexter 0. The Dreadnoughts were driving the ball. They got to the 18. I haven't seen. Let's take a look and see if we can't look at the Dreadnoughts' Twitter and see if they've put something out. Second play of the half is, let's see. So they tweeted out about 9 minutes ago. Second play of the half. I'm assuming that's the second half. 70-yard TD run by Cabana. That was 21-0 Dexter on top of Temperance Bedford. See if we can't find any other local scores here. And that looks like what we have at this point that I can find on Twitter. You may be able to find some better spots, but a couple scores anyway for you at the half. So we have the teams coming out and getting warmed up. We'll play just a few more messages from the MHSAA, then we will be right back with your second half kickoff. It is 30-0 Huron with the lead here at halftime at Hollway Field. You're watching Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As the student sections all have their lights on their phones, and they're all kind of waving at each other, which I'll admit looks kind of cool. I aged myself. We used to do that with a lighter, but it's a good thing now the students are carrying around lighters, so that's fantastic. But just a fun thing with the student sections over there. You gotta love all the support of these athletes, and I love to see lots of other teams out in the stands supporting the football team, and we see football players out catching other games. I love just seeing these athletes in the support. 12 minutes up on the clock as we're getting ready to go here. 30-0 Huron with the extremely large lead. I believe it is if it is a 34-point differential in the second half, it becomes a running clock situation. So Pioneer fans hoping that that's not something they'll see, hoping that Pioneer can make a good comeback, and Huron fans would love to see that running clock and get out to their evening plans even that much quicker. Again, Huron has won 3 of the Ted Heisel Bowls 2 Ted Heisel Bowls in a row, trying to make it a third. Pioneer had a 16 win streak before that, but the last 2 years, Huron has come on and put together some really, really, really fantastic football teams. Samaha back to kick it away as Jacoby Holmes back deep on the far side. Farhan the near side. That kicked away by Samaha. Spinning kick right into the end zone. That will be a touchback. Now Pioneer will have it. And their offense took the field first in the first half, but that was because Huron ran the opening kick all the way back for a touchdown. So Pioneer's offense will start off 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 12 minutes up on the clock. 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Bonasso back in the backfield. As handoff to Bonasso as he is grabbed right at the line of scrimmage and taken down in the backfield, as that was a tackle by Bruce Williams. That will be a 4-yard loss as Bonasso had no place to go. They'll mark it 2nd and 15 for Pioneer. As 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Wong alone in the backfield in shotgun formation. 3 down linemen for Huron. Linebackers, about 3 yards from the line of scrimmage. DBs are tight. Throw out to the near side, and that looked like just a little miscommunication, as it looked like it was maybe one person thought it was a comeback route, the other person didn't, as that was just back a little close to the near side. Bonenberger diving for it, not quite able to get to it. That brings up 3rd and 15. Again, 2 receivers out to the left. 3 to the right. Bonenberger is the widest among them to the right. Wong taking it. Wong looking over the middle, trying to get it to Farha. And that just off of his right hand fingertips. Couldn't quite pull it in. That will be a quick 3 and out for Pioneer. And there's an injured player down on the field as the trainers quickly out to attend to them. As it looks like hopefully a person getting a leg stretched out. So we're hoping it's cramps. The game started off 81 degrees at kickoff. It is down to 73, and by the end of the game, probably supposed to get down to 67. There's still a bit of humidity, so it is possible to continue to be dehydrated, but now they have a number of people working on him. Right leg up, so we're hoping it's nothing serious. We're really hoping that the trainers can get things taken care of. So I believe that's Crosley, but I can't quite tell. So they will continue to work on the Pioneer player down in the backfield. Pioneer 4th and 14, just 53 ticks of the clock off on their first possession, and they will have to have Brabs kick it away, but another trainer coming out and taking a look. So as they continue to work, again, as I always say, you love seeing all these wonderful, absolutely amazing athletes playing their guts out, doing everything they can, but you do not want to see any of these players hurt. As they are going to get the player up, and he is going to be supported coming off of the field. As that is Simpson, I believe, coming off the field, 58. Is not something you ever want to see. So that's the center for Pioneer coming off the field, and that's a tough position. Sorry. That's a tough position to lose. Never fun to be the backup center and come in. As Simpson is having a real hard time putting weight on one of his legs. So we hope that he will be all right as he is getting attended to. And back now, Wong kicked it away. That blocked back into the end zone and recovered by Huron, and that will be a touchdown for Huron, as trying to see, that was 61, I believe, well, I don't have on my roster. So Huron blocks the punt as Brabs over on the sideline. He was not in for that kick. Wong back to kick, and it was a lower kick and ended up getting blocked. Hopefully Brabs is all right, but that makes it 36-0, extra point pending. Krishnan to take that snap. Samaha back to kick. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Samaha stays perfect on the extra points. That makes it 37-0. And I do believe that now, once the clock starts again, it will be a running clock situation. So Huron with a 37-0 lead here on Pioneer at Hollway Field. Samaha will kick it away. Now John, the public address announcer, letting everyone know that it is going to be a running clock situation with the 34-point differential in the second half. Now, if Pioneer is able to get a score here and get it underneath 34, then we'll go back to normal time clock operations. Back deep again on the far side. That looks like Javante Holmes on the near side. Back deep is Farha. Samaha back at the 31-yard line. Samaha spinning buzzsaw end over end kick that hits right into the end zone. And Pioneer again will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. They went 3 and out in their last drive, and then the punt was blocked right into the end zone. On the upside, this does give the Pioneer defense just a little bit more time to catch their breath after halftime and come in to try and stop this Huron offense. Pioneer would just like to make a couple good things happen here. Just try and get some things going as Wilson comes on. Two receivers tight to the line of scrimmage to the left, one wide to the right. As Wong takes it, rolling to the right, and is taken down in the backfield. Wong rolling to the left-hand side and tackled out there by Bruce Williams for a loss back at the 15-yard line. 10:22 and rolling now the clock. Huron has been in the Pioneer backfield all game long. They've been rolling Wong out to the left and right, trying to buy a little bit more time. That time the rush just right up the middle and then caught Wong from behind. Three receivers to the short side to the left, one wide to the right. As handoff trying to go up the middle. That was Wong, no handoff. Wong called his own number. As looks like he's up to the 12-yard line, 13-yard line. So that is going to bring up third and 16. 3rd and 16 from the Pioneer 13-yard line, 9 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Farha, or Hausman wide to left, Farha in the slot to the left. Wellman tight to line of scrimmage to the left. One receiver wide to the right. That is Bonenberger. Manasso back behind. Quick rush coming. Throw by Wong. Trying to get it to Bonenberger, but he had absolutely no time. He's in shotgun. He's not even taking a 2 to 3 step drop. And it was immediate pressure by, I believe that was Jamil Thomas coming unblocked on a blitz off the near side that really gave Wong no time whatsoever on that throw. Otherwise, it was a beautiful crossing route. For 17, Wong back to punt. Last time he punted, it was blocked. Hoping for Jamil Thomas all the way back. That ball, Jamil Thomas gets it to Pioneer 40. Coming over to the right-hand side. That's Pitts. Pitts has it. Pitts inside the 30. They're going to mark him down to the 26-yard line. So Huron takes it. First and 10 from the Pioneer 27-yard line. Pioneer has a player down as Bernhardt is down having his leg taken a look at, his left leg. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We really, really, really hope it's just cramps, but we'll see. Again, that's why I am by no means a doctor. We'll step away for a moment as the moon starts to climb above the Well, even with the lights across the way, you get perfect weather. People in green love the score. People in purple not so much, but that is the way of the contest. Let's play a quick message from the MHSA as they work on the injured player.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Pioneer player able to be escorted over to the sideline. Again, that was Burkhart. As I'm on the air right now, so talk to the people over there, but I don't know who's in. I don't know if that person, Bill Bellers. Okay, well, the coaches are all the way up there at that point. So do me a favor, and if you can flip over that other door or here. You need to talk to someone. Not only do we do play-by-play here, but we also end up answering questions as folks came to this side of the window. Now Huron has it. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. As Harding takes it, throws down the right-hand side, caught in a touchdown. One play to Hugon, and that will make it 43-0. Clock continues to count, 6 minutes, 35 seconds and counting. So it was Hugon who caught the ball for the touchdown in the far side. Krishnan now to take the snap. And Samaha puts the kick up, and he stays perfect. 44-0 Huron with the lead. Clock continues to run and count down. Under 6 minutes to go. Well, as a Huron fan, you're happy and you just want to see your team cruising. At this point, you don't want to see anyone get injured. As a Pioneer fan, you're just a brand new coaching staff here at the varsity level, so it's going to take some time. Coach Griggs will get things working and turned around. It's hard to have a lot of success when you first come into a program. But you're just looking for some sparks. You're just looking for some positive plays and some things that you can build on, that you can take to heart as we continue to go forward in this season. Samaha back right at the 30-yard line. Ball set up at the 40. Samaha kicks it away with his left leg again. That ball spinning hard, gets into the end zone, out to the 20. Four minutes and 40 seconds and counting. Pioneer first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Pioneer with first down and 10. Houseman split out wide to the left. Three receivers to the right. Two tight to line of scrimmage, one wide. Wong takes it, rolls to his right. Pressure coming. Wong throws it out and intercepted as just over Wellman's hands. Running it all the way back is Woods for a touchdown. As It was a good throw, but just out of Wellman's reach. And Woods races it back. That makes it 50-0 Huron. Well, when they got it back, it took them one play to throw it down into the end zone. Now one play for Pioneer. And an interception takes it right back to the end zone. Tough day for Pioneer, as now they have a new kicker out there, as that's going to be Romero who puts it up, and Romero puts it in. So Samaha gets a break. You don't want to wear out his leg. Romero fires it through, and now it's 51-0. 2:57 and counting. Javonte Holmes goes to the far side back. It looks like Craig back to the near side this time. Samaha is going to handle the kickoff duties, as he has put it back into the for a touchback, I believe, each time he's kicked it. Samaha gets himself set. Now runs up again, kicks it away. A little lower, but drives it. That goes right over Craig's head and into the end zone. Pioneer again, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. The clock continues to count. 1 minute, 45 seconds and counting. Pioneer brings their offense out onto the field. Looks like it's going to be Bonasso in the backfield. And 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. New quarterback out there, as that's going to be LaPointe taking it and throwing over on the near side, as that made by Farha, who grabs it right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be 2nd and 10. Clock continues to count. Wellman wide to left. Bonasso just inside of him to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Wellman, Farha, and Bonenberger. Now LaPointe rolling to his right. LaPointe throws, and it's a right to the line judge. That incomplete. And there is a flag. Almost looked like the initial call, as that is going to be intentional grounding on Pioneer. That will be a loss of down and a 5-yard loss. Well, now they're throwing they wave off the flag. Now, this year, and that's a difference. This year, that's a change in MHSAA. Is that, and that comes at the end of the third quarter, is it used to be that you had to have a receiver in the area. This year, the MHSAA has changed that so that so long as you're out of the pocket, similar to college, similar to pros, if you're out of the pocket, you can throw it away. So just something new this year, and it's a learning curve for all of us, including the officials. Let's step away, play a little push on, and come back for your fourth quarter action. 51-0. The River Rats on a roll over Pioneer here at Hollway Field. You're listening to Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As the throw over to the right-hand side, just over Manassos. As LaPointe rolling to the left, trying to get it over, and that will bring up 4th and 10 for Pioneer. Wong back in the backfield. Looks like Bonasso heads back, so Wong's going to punt this away. Trying to see who's back deep to return it, but they have their side to me. I believe it's the ever dangerous Flowers back. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. As Pioneer calls a timeout. So that clock continues to run even during the timeout due to the running clock situation. Pioneer discussing things, trying to make sure that they can get this punt away and hopefully put a little bit more pressure on the Huron defense. Also just trying to take down as much of this clock as possible. 51-0. Huron with the lead. Now Wong comes back out and goes back deep. Here comes the punt. Low kick, that'll bounce over the 50. That gets back behind. They'll go all the way down to the 34-yard line. So good punt by Wong. And that will bring it 1st and 10 for Huron on their own side of the 50. 9 minutes and counting. Here at Hollway Field, again, running clock situation due to the point differential. 51-0, Huron with the lead. We'll see if Harding continues to go at quarterback. Does indeed look like Harding is still out there. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Harding has Donnell Green in the backfield. Pioneer with 3 down linemen and a linebacker tight to the line of scrimmage on the near side. Timeout called by Huron. So again, the clock will continue to count during the timeout. Well, let's put up that graphic and talk about what's up next for Pioneer. If we can pull up the next 5 games here, and let me add that and put it up. So after today's game, back on September 16th, Pioneer is away at Skyline. Skyline had opened up 0-2 on the season as well. Pioneer will look to get a win versus their crosstown rival over at Skyline. That, of course, means the JV and the freshman football games will be here. On the 23rd, they will be hosting Dexter. On the 30th, they will be hosting Saline and Lincoln. They will be at Lincoln on October 7th. So that's what's coming up next. Let's remove that. As 7:05 left to go here. And taken back in a whistle. probably false start looking for, false start or illegal procedure. It was blown at the snap, so a false start will back up Huron. As they will have 1st and 15 from the 29-yard line. The clock counts down to 6 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in the 4th. As they bring a couple other players in. Harding continues to go with the quarterback position. Looked like they were almost about to put him out wide. Nope, now Harding comes out. So new quarterback in. That looks like that is that Woods at quarterback? It looks like it. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Pioneer again showing blitz up the middle as Woods will take it and runs to the near side out to the 30, down to the 35-yard line where tackled by Bowling and Craig over on the near side. That will get past a yard past the original line of scrimmage and bring up 2nd and 9. .540 left to go here in the 4th, 51-0. Huron with the lead. Now is that 14 in the backfield? It was 15 last time. That would be Krishnan, who's one of the backup quarterbacks. He's also been the holder for the field goals. So Krishnan now back in the backfield, 3 receivers to the left, handoff, cutting to the near side, hemmed in as a good tackle. I believe that was Donnell Green, and it was. And the initial tackle, I know Wellman was in on it. I believe that was also Conley in on the tackle. That out to the 37-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 7. Krishnan in shotgun formation. Donnell Green to his right. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Krishnan throws over the middle, trying to get it. There's the ever-dangerous Flowers, avoids 1 tackle, and he breaks free, racing down to the 10, the 5, and touchdown Huron. Flowers takes it all the way. That's at least his 3rd touchdown of the game, as Pioneer couldn't quite put the tackle on him, as they had an opportunity in the flat where he caught it, but couldn't quite get Flowers down, and at that point, he had some blazing speed and just outran the secondary. 57-0, Huron with the lead. As Huron cruising in the Ted Heisel Bowl against Ted Heisel. Pioneer and talk radio formats. Most likely one of the originators, maybe the first ever to do it. Also on the Ann Arbor School Board, president for a year and 55 years in the radio industry. Mr. Ann Arbor, very influential person, born in 1920, passed away sadly in 2007. Ted Heisel, the person who asked and first said that these 2 teams should play each other in football year after year and pushed for it, and hence the game is named after him. Romero in to take the kick. Samaha is going to be the holder. 3 minutes left to go here in the 4th. Player races in. Didn't quite have enough people on the line. That's not fun. They're waving someone else in as Romero waving over. They had someone come in, now someone else is going to come in. As Romero jumping up, that'll be a timeout. Romero wants a chance to kick another extra point. As you have Samaha on the team, you probably don't get a lot of chances as the backup kicker, honestly. So Huron will call a timeout. Let's take a look at what Huron has upcoming as they have won this one handily. They will be playing Bedford then on September 16th. Then they will be playing Monroe on September 23rd. September 30th, they will playing Dexter, who was, last time we checked, playing a very good Bedford team and dealing with them handily. Then on October 7th, they will be playing Skyline. So, again, Pioneers' next game will be at Skyline. It's definitely a game Pioneer will have circled. That game, the varsity game, will be on the NFHS networks. Skyline has that NFHS network. We will broadcast at least the JV football game, hopefully, as that kick up by Romero, and that no good. Wide to the left. That keeps it 57-0. Clock counting down, 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go. So that will be a game again. Pioneer Skyline. We'll have the JV game here, unless something happens broadcasting, and we'll even try if I can get myself free to do the freshman game if at all possible. Now, by the way, the JV Pioneer JV varsity football will be actually in action tomorrow. That will be at Huron, as the freshman team won and did a fantastic job. So Pioneer freshman football actually beat Huron. That was back at 4 o'clock on the 8th. Yesterday, that was a 28-22 win for the Pioneer freshman team. The JV squad will play. That will be tomorrow. That will be at Huron at 11 o'clock. So if you can, make sure you get over to Riverbank Stadium and cheer on the junior varsity team tomorrow at 11 o'clock. As 19 seconds left and counting, I think we're going to call this one all good as both teams lined up for the handshake. So a definitive win by Huron here at the first home game of the season for Pioneer, as Huron captures the Ted Heisel Bowl. We will be back on air next week, as we will tweet out our schedule momentarily. I'll do it before the end of the week and tweet out. We'll do our best to cover a number of games next week. For my camera person, Christina Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you for everyone who watched the games, cheered for the teams, and support these wonderful, amazing high school athletes. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll be back next week. Thank you, and good night.